Okay, hello guys. I'm back on my channel again. So, if you have watched my YouTube video, maybe the shorts, and you saw the way
No
I
Makman.
and you saw the way I created I was able to fix Windows security. You see it in the picture before I started this video. You would have seen the picture. So, what you saw in the picture was that this Windows security, the Windows security. Let's open Windows security. So if you open Windows security, if you notice in the picture, it was not showing all these things. You understand? It was not showing all these things. It was not showing all these things. This is the only so this one was not showing here. This is the only thing I was showing. Home, this menu and back. And all this one was not showing. So how do you fix it? How do you fix it? So
See, they bring lights
in my
again.
YouTube short, I posted a video on how to do it if it's just a minor problem. But if it's a major problem, the major problem that can make your Windows security to be blocked is when there is a virus or a malware that is blocking your antivirus, because Windows security is a default antivirus for the system. So if you want to know if there is actually an app that is actually blocking the antivirus, you go to setting, go to app and features. When you go to app and features, you see all your default apps. You see all your default apps. There was one guy's laptop that I wanted to fix. His own problem was KM's. It's a long story. So it was KM's Pico. KM's Pico. That's why I advise people not to download updates on software online. We went to go and download the software thinking that the software is meant to update system, not knowing that it's actually a malware. So, and it was here I saw it. So all these are apps, and this is where the KM speaker was. And when I tried to install it like this one, the thing was not showing uninstall. It was showing grey. You understand? So it didn't want to uninstall like this one now. It didn't want to uninstall. So if I'll start from minor to complex. So if your Windows security is not working and it's just a minor problem, you will see the YouTube. I created a YouTube video.
Nah.
So so um we went to app setting. I posted this on my YouTube short video. So we went to app setting and just press reset and repair. And
Blow
to
on the
show
camera. We want to watch this. It is blow.
to show repair and reset. So you press repair,
Blow on the camera.
you press repair and you press reset. And to show dash. Do you understand? When you show dash, then you restart your system. So if your own is just a minor problem, just press repair and press reset. Which is when you press repair, you see a dash option here. When you press reset, so you see a dash option here. So and you restart your system. So once you see that the thing is not working, another thing that you can do, just press Windows R. When you press Windows R, you type msconfig. So and you press OK. When you press OK, you see something like this. You understand? This one is another way that can clear your Windows security. Now, if what we are going to do here now, that we are going to go to boot. Then from boot, we are going to go to save boot. Then apply. When you press apply, you press OK and restart your system. When you restart your system, if your Windows security do not work, go back to the settings. Go to app and features. This app and features I'm going to, you can only go here when you realize that your You can actually go here when you notice that there is a file actually blocking your system. So when you notice that it's actually a file that is blocking your antivirus, what you do is you go to Windows press Windows R on your keyboard, type MS-config, press OK, and do what I did, save boot. So if there is nothing, there is no file, you're sure that there is no file blocking your system. If you're sure that there is no file blocking your system, and is your Windows security that is not working, that save boot should fix it. But if you notice that there is a file blocking your system, that means when you press restart, that file blocking your system should go. If the thing did not go, it means that save boot will stop it from running. It means that save boot will stop it from running. It will be there, just that the save boot will stop it from running. So now I'm going to show you set of codes that should work, different codes. So if you're on this video, try each and every one of the codes and it's going to work. One of them should work, because I'm actually doing this video because from experience, a guy laptop that I went to go and fix, I told you it was file that I went to go and download online that cost it, and where I saw the file was on app and features, was on app and features. When I went to app and features, I saw the file that is blocking his antivirus there. So, and I tried some set of codes. So that is why I'm posting it on YouTube video right now.
So when you press enter, it will what it's going to do is that it must have tell you something successfully. So if it not tell you like that, if it shows any error or any reddish stuff, so what okay, let's press enter. So as you can see, my own is saying the operation completed successfully. If your own shows error 87, what you're going to do is you're going to put d after dism.exe dism.exe. So you use .exe command and then add the remaining of this. So let's continue. The next one that we are going to do is we are going to scan health. I'm going to scan health, and as you can see, it's on scan right now. So now as you can see, the operation is completed successfully. Then what we are going to do next now is that we are going to restore health. Now once we press enter, it's going to do some. So now the operation is completed successfully. Please, if you realize, you can see that this is 100.0. so if you not show that, you know that that's another problem. So as you can see, it said for this scan health, it said no component store corruption detected, operation completed successfully. The restore operation completed successfully. You understand? So then what you should do now, we are going to run net. We are going to run this code, and when we press enter, you can see that it said access is denied, system error 5 has occurred, access is denied. So if your own has this, there is another code that I'm going to give you. So but um if your own does not have this, let's continue. So you say net start WSCSVC. So now we'll now do we'll target the win defend. So net stop win defend. Access is denied. Net, if your own is not showing access is denied, you can just follow up. Net start win defend. Now you press enter. So now once your own operation is successful, just what you just need to do is to restart. If your own is showing denied just like my own, oh, after this win defend, let's run. There's one more command that we're going to run, which is we're going to add this command to the win defend, because this command that I'm going to run is going to actually fix your Windows Defender, your Windows security by registry. So once we run this code, your Windows security should start working. Sorry that I'm slow, is because I'm using one hand to type. So get so wherever I put space, please apply the space there. Appx package dot sec health. Then I'm going to apply UI, because our system is on user, so we'll put all users. Then a dash, like an reset appx package. So by the time you press enter, just hold on. Okay, that's finished this. So by the time your own has been successful from the beginning and you've executed this code, so please restart your system and check your Windows security again. So if your Win Defend service, that is from here, if your Win, because there are some that your Win, when I did my own before, it was my Win Defend service that was not started. So if your Win Defend service did not start, or it's showing access is denied, or it's showing um um can't even remember, but if your own is showing your net did not start, or it's showing access is denied, or it's showing this did not start. But if your own is showing access is denied, just continue the code, then restart. Then if it did not work, you know that it's from access is denied. Your problem is from access is denied. So what you do is, I'm waiting to okay, let's cancel it. So once you must have restarted and your own did not work. So here is another code that you can use. So what you are going to use a config. So just follow me. So because, and also there are sometimes that the Windows must have been, disabled deep in the system. So which means it must have been disabled by policy, or maybe a file has disabled it, very just like my own before. So what we are going to do, this one I'm about to do now should, stop the file that is causing your WinDefend to stop running. This code should help with it. So we're going to do reg add, then hklm \software. So we're targeting our /policy. So we're targeting all this one by one. Then Microsoft, sorry, I'm using one hand to type. I'm using one hand for the video, so my typing will be slow somehow. So Windows Defender. So we target all this one by one, then space, then a /, then a v, then disable anti-spyware. So now that I've done this is to assure that any file that is making your system shoot, I've done mistake. I'm not supposed to, I mistakenly press enter. Okay, let's continue. Reg, then I was aiming for shift. Actually, I'm aiming for that down dash, so we're using that down dash, then we are using the d word, then a /, then a small d, Then okay, I think let's use capital letter of. Then so once you run this code, just press enter. Okay, reg is fine. It's fine value of okay. I think that reg add is the, let's try joining together first. Join this together. If you join it together, then we start. I'm trying to join it together. When you join it together, then you should be able to say operation completed successfully or um something successful. Then you press enter, then restart your system. If it did not work, it will be that sometimes your your the file must have, sorry, the file must have disabled your Windows security deeply, very deep. So what we are going to do is that we are going to use this code. While we are using this code, so as to delete that file, and once that file is deleted, your this thing should be enabled. So then system, then current. Oh, this typing runs is slow. We are going to set, so from here, instead of us applying wind event, we will use WSCSVC. There's a reason why we are doing that. So we have to close our, then F. So when you press enter, you can see that my own is the system was unable to find the specified registry key or value. This is because there is no file that is making my system, that is making my Windows security to stop working. The KMSP code that was there is no longer there. So that file should be able, once you run this command, restart your system, that file should be able to go. You should be able to disable for your Windows security to stop working. So as for me, when I ran this code, it showed me a list of reddish something saying that some error. It, that SCEMS really entered my OS to block different things. Even made my fingerprint and audio, Wi-Fi, even this thing to stop working. So if your own is just if your own was able to just restart your system, if your own was able to, you know, to start, to your Windows security was able to function, that's just the, so you know that the file. But if the file there that is making your Windows security to block, to stop, like to stop working, meaning if you have run this file and the problem still persists, you know that the type of file that is blocking your system is not an ordinary one like my own. Is a whether a how would I call a malware or I won't even call it a virus, because it might be a virus anyways, but once you run this command and it works, fine and good. If your own did not work, just continue with me. We're going to use this code again. We're still going to go on PowerShell. After you must have restart. So now when you run this code, you're going to know how strong your the file that is blocking your system, how strong it is. So we'll target that file. We are going to target that file. So where objects, then we are going to use this shoot. Oh, sorry. We are going to use this bracket. Can you see the type of bracket? So we are going to use that type of bracket, and so what we're actually doing, we're targeting that file. So dot, then we say name like please the dash are different, so make sure you don't, because once you, even though it's a dash that you miss here or a dot that you miss, the code is wrong, and once the code is wrong it will not work. So just follow me. So now I'm trying to be fast. Then no, for this one we're going to use the down dash for it. So then we will apply name again, no, a space, then name, then space, then like, no, there's something, wait, there's something I'm missing here. Okay, star, we're going to use star, then pico, then star, then close this and close brackets and close brackets. So once you've done this, just press enter. Now as you can see, he said, okay, my own is saying this because of there is no object that is blocking my Windows security. So but at first when I ran this code, it brought a lot of errors, like it was scrolling down by itself. It brought a lot of errors. So, and the error is that the main blocker, that error is just trying to say that the main blocker is it said something like OA something. So that just means that if you don't show something like that, it just means that the main blocker is from your file. is from that file. That's just to show that the main blocker is from that file, because normally this is a very safe code. It's a very safe code. The code I've been running is a strong and powerful one. From the first one and the third one, the second one too, but it's less strong. But this is a safe code because one, we are targeting the object and removing it completely. So once your own still says error, you know that your file has gone far. So what you should just do is this. But if your own says successfully, just restart. If your own did not bring anything red, so just restart and your Windows security should come up. So those that their problems still persist, we are going to do this. The last part is to go to recovery option. Oh, for those that maybe their own might not be working, maybe it might even be your mouse that might not be working. Another way of uploading PowerShell, just press Windows R, then type PowerShell. Then so now if you press enter, it will run as an user, but if you want it to run as an administrator, press Ctrl Shift enter. When you press Ctrl Shift enter, it will bring out administrator PowerShell, or rather enter CMD, then from CMD you run PowerShell from there. CMD you run as an administrator too. Then from here you can run PowerShell, then Ctrl Shift enter. When you press Ctrl Shift enter, you will see power. Okay, now as you can see, this Windows this is Windows PowerShell. Do you understand? But this enter that we just press now is the user. So if you want to use PowerShell on CMD, you have to press Ctrl Shift enter here. So anyway you want to run your PowerShell as an administrator. The next thing that we are going to do, since if your own code is not working, that's to show that all the code that I just said now is not functioning. That's to show that the file that is blocking it is very strong. So what I just need you to do now, this is the one that worked for me. So you go to recovery. After, you must have searched on your search bar recovery option. So what you do is press restart now, and you wait. So this one I'm about to do was the one that actually worked for me today, just now. So as you can see that we are in the recovery option. So you go to troubleshoot. From troubleshoot, we go to reset your PC. So we have two options here. So it depends on the one that will work for you, because your system itself already know that there is a file that is interrupting the antivirus to stop working. So it depends on your system decision to either keep your files or remove your files. If your file is a type of file that if the system should keep it, the file will go to maybe one of your files and pretend like as if it's part of your files, not knowing that it's actually the file that made you to reset your PC. You know that your system won't accept to keep it. But if your system accept to keep it, what you do is local reinstall. When you do local reinstall, then you restart. But if your own did not, if you restarted and maybe it's telling you, maybe after everything it's telling you on doing changes, then just when you restart, if you see anything like undoing changes, there's a high probability that it's not going to it's not going to um it's not going to function. So I'm just press reset, and that's all. So as you can see, it said change settings will be back to their default. That means all settings that you have set will be back to your default. Then it will reinstall Windows from device. Then it will keep your files. Then remove all app and program that does not come with this PC. Meaning any app you must have downloaded from Microsoft Store won't be there again. So, but most system wouldn't like to accept this option because one, the file that is there that is making your Windows security to stop working might enter some of your files, even though it's Microsoft Word file. So the second one I'm going to do is to remove everything. If it not accept, you go back to your setting, recovery option, and restart now. Then go to remove everything and do local reinstall. Now there's another two option that is here again. If you press just remove my file, that means it will just remove your files. All the files you must have kept there, it will just remove it. So if the file blocking your, if the software blocking your Windows security should go with this file, your lock. If it did not go, you know that you're coming back here to do fully clean the drive. So, and if you're doing fully clean the drive, you know that everything from A to Z is going to be wiped out. Everything from A to Z is going to be wiped out. So that's just it, guys. From easy to complex. So if your Windows security might not just be working, maybe it's not just working, you can try the first step I did, which was repair and reset, then restart your PC. So if it is not, try the second code, which I did. From just follow up. One of those codes should work. If it not work, you know that there is actually something blocking, making your PC not to work. Remember I said that you should check whether you must have downloaded any other antivirus. You understand? If you download any other antivirus, your Windows security will block, because Windows security is a default antivirus. So that's just it. Have a nice day, and if this video should help you, please like and subscribe to my channel. Goodbye.